In this video, I'm kind of explain to you how to pick wire connectors, and the reason you want to do this, if you don't have the right size wire connectors, you cannot put the wires you want together. And let me tell you how to read this. Okay, you see all these different sizes in the store. What you want to focus on is basically this right here. This basically tells you this wire connector you can use number 18 gauge wire and use two of them and still connect them. You don't want to go any higher than 18 gauge, and you don't want to put you can do a 22 gauge wire on this one, and the maximum gauge you can use on this is the 12 gauge wire. You can put up to 3 wires there, or you can put anything in between gauges 18 and 12, but you can't go to a gauge let's say 10 and use that to connect two 10 gauge wires. This is only good for between gauge 18 and gauge 12. Now I also like to you'll see the color here. I picked a yellow here. I want to use this for neutral connections, and then I have another package here with green wire connectors, and usually I pick green when I want to connect ground wires together. And on this one here it says the maximum gauge I can connect is gauge wire number 12, and I can put 5 different wires together, 5 leads together on this one. So today I'm going to actually do this. In the little box I have up to 5 grounding wires I need to put together. And again, on this one the minimum gauge is you can put up to two wires of a 14 gauge. You can't go any higher than 14. You can't go to a 16 gauge wire and put 2, because it's not really going to fit and hold tight. It'll come off. So you want to kind of follow these guidelines when you pick the wire connectors. And before you buy the wire connectors, make sure you know what type of gauge wire you're going to use, and also how many wires you need to put together. So what I do is, if I need to connect black wires together, I would pick a red or black wire connector. So when you see it, people will know the red is hot, the black is hot. If you want to connect white, I usually go with yellow. In some cases, like right now, I don't think I have like 4 wires I need to connect with the yellow, and I couldn't find the right size in the store, so I'm probably going to use a red for that. I'll probably have to put some tape over it to show that it's not a hot wire, it's a neutral wire. Maybe if I can get some white tape or something similar, I'll probably do that. But I always use green for grounded wires inside the box. I use yellow for neutral, which is white wires, and then I use black or red for the black wires, which is usually hot coming into the box. So neutral, when you don't have the switch turned on, the neutral is generally not conductive. You don't have current going through it, but a black wire generally, in most cases, does have current coming to it. So you got to be very careful when you're dealing with the black. But don't assume a white wire does not have current either. You know, always assume there's current going into it.